Little people, big difference. I love growing up on the farm. I am learning so many things about caring for livestock and managing the land we live on. What I am learning now is preparing me for farming in the future. I will tell you what I think my generation of farmers will bring to the field of agriculture. Good morning, Master Chairman, honorable judges, and ladies and gentlemen. Were you aware that 72% of people know little or next to nothing about farming and ranching? It is my belief that my generation will help to change that. We will bring our growing knowledge of animals, machinery, and technology to the table to create innovative solutions for a changing world and agri-industry. We can do this by joining traditional knowledge with new ideas to create a great opportunity for young farmers to move forward in a new and enthusiastic way. I believe that we, as young people in the agriculture industry, need to bring honesty and transparency regarding food production. This includes helping consumers be more confident about how food that they eat is raised and how farmers treat their animals. I am always kind to my animals and manage them in a humane way, but do consumers know that? We can use technology to help teach people about how farming and ranching continues to be a sustainable way of life. I don't want to sound rude or disrespectful, but my parents are not good with cell phones, computers, and technology in general. For instance, I had to teach my dad how to use his iPhone, the console on his new truck, and the GPS. No offense, but my mom, she's even worse. She needs help with the camera on her phone, cutting and pasting items on a Word document, and basic computer skills in general. I know that there are many more people from their generation that struggle with similar issues with technology. My generation can help with that. We can take the vast knowledge that my parents' generation has about agriculture and build on that with technology. I would love to help my dad get his cattle herd health records on a computer program. You have no idea how many notebooks, scribblers, and sheets of paper that he has on his desk. That is how he keeps track of cattle in his herd that he has had to treat for hoof rot or pink eye, for example. It is also how he manages his breeding program. Remember how I said that 72% of people know little or next to nothing about farming and ranching? Well, one day a student in my grade 5 class told me he thought all farmers were stupid. I responded, "You had better rethink that while you're eating your ham and cheese sandwich and drinking your milk." I also read an article in a farming magazine, and I was shocked to read that an adult said, "I don't need farmers because I get all my food from Safeway." I know what you're probably thinking. Was this really an adult who said this? Surprising as it was, yes, it was actually an adult. These people were probably part of the 72% that I was talking about, huh? So this is an example of an area where my generation can take this, where we can use technology to teach people about how farming and ranching. Have you ever heard of the Peterson Farm Brothers? They produce YouTube videos about farming and ranching. They take catchy songs and turn them into positive and informative tunes about the process of farming. For instance, have you ever heard of the song, "Taking Care of Business"? Well, in the Peterson Brothers video, they turn that song into "Taking Care of Livestock." In a fun way, it explains that farmers look after their animals and are very devoted to them. This is a good example of how my generation can take this and build on it with technology. For example, I do not like playing video games, or the Thumb Olympics as I like to refer to them. But many people my age really enjoy this type of entertainment. Developing a video game about how farming and ranching produces food for people around the globe would be a great way to teach young people about agriculture. I have been working on the family farm ever since I can remember and enjoying every minute of it. Well, with a few exceptions, like, getting kicked by calves, jumped on by steers, stepped on by horses, bit by cats, and locked in the chicken coop by my sister, I have enjoyed every minute of it. One of the most important characteristics that my generation can bring to the farming industry is our enthusiasm for agriculture. Paul Harvey, a famous radio broadcaster, once said, quote, "And on the 8th day, God looked down on his planned paradise and said, I need a caretaker. I need someone who is willing to get up before dawn, milk cows, work all day in the fields, come home, milk cows again, eat supper, go to town, stay past midnight at a meeting of the school board, so God made a farmer." End quote. It looks to me like God made a whole generation of young farmers who are here today, strong enough to heave bales and lead calves, yet gentle enough to feed pigs and wean orphan lambs. Did you know that for every 6 people that retire from farming, only 1 person goes into farming? We cannot afford to lose that many producers. Our enthusiasm for agriculture is needed, not only to educate people about where their food comes from, but also to attract more people to this wonderful career. Ladies and gentlemen, my generation can use our enthusiasm along with our growing knowledge of animals, machinery, and technology to help prosper the industry of agriculture. We can also respectfully combine this with the knowledge of many past generations. I think that our generation has a lot to offer the industry of agriculture, and we are not waiting to get started. Paul Harvey would be proud. Little people really can make a big difference.